And Good Morning Kenya gets to continue. Thank you for staying with us right now. We are on that segment that is Women at the Forefront. And today we are looking at art for change, trying to see how we can set the stage for the others to rise. That is what we'll be looking into. And I'm pleased to be joined by one Wangui Kimani. Wangui Kimani is an award-winning poet. She is the co-founder of Female Poets Kenya, and she's also an eco artist. And she's here just to get to talk to us more about Female Poets Kenya and just to see how we can amplify the female poets of this country. Welcome to the show.
Asante sana.
It's a pleasure to have you on board today.
Thank you.
I want you to take us back to the moment when you realized that poetry was just not poetry. It could be a tool for change. When was that moment for you?
And that's in terms of my personal journey as a person.
Yeah, sure.
So I started poetry in somewhere around 2017. But now, like, funny thing, let me give you a fun fact. The first interview I ever had was here, and now it was in 2017. That was the first time that I was on TV.
Yeah.
But now, like now when I started, my journey into poetry was more of, it's something that I was enjoying to do. But now after COVID-19, somewhere around 2022 is when I started doing poetry as a career, and now more on the side of like wanting it to make an impact. So yeah.
So in 2022 is
Yeah,
when you wanted, now
2022.
you realize this can be used to make an impact.
Yes.
I can use my poetry to make an impact.
Yes.
In one way or the other.
Yeah.
Was there a particular moment that made you get to that point?
I had instances of, so I was doing poetry, yes, and I knew I'm one of those people, it's really not hard to listen to me. And the fact that I knew that I had a voice, I was like, you know what, I have been onto these stages doing different things. I think it's about time to now like do poetry for something specific, not just at it, okay, I'll perform, come here, perform, come here, perform. I was like, you know what, I need now to make a career out of it as well and to make an impact out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that you know who you are, and you
I
know, you
do.
clearly say that, you know, I'm one person that you will want to listen to.
Yes.
Yeah. And I think that is a self-awareness that is really important.
Yeah.
Where you know what you bring to the table.
Yeah.
I love that. So let's talk about Female Poets Kenya. What was the gap that made this, is it a forum that made this come up?
All right, so to be a little bit selfish, most of the time I say, maybe I don't tell people, but this is something I tell myself. I created this mostly for myself, for the younger me.
Yeah.
I really don't want like younger poets who are coming into this space to have it a little bit hard. I want the walls to be a little bit down. I want them to have it a little bit easier. Like that's really my vision as a person. And I remember when I was a younger poet, I'm still a younger poet, but when I was like young, I felt like the people that were above me, in lack of a better word, like people that had already, like, you know,
More established already.
more established poets. Yeah, that's the word, thank you. More established poets. I felt like it was a little bit hard for me to reach them. And I really don't want that for the poets that are coming up. I want them to have it a little bit easier. Yeah.
So was there a particular, you know, just in line with that, was
Yeah.
there a particular time when you felt that your voice was unheard, your voice was unwelcome, and how were you able to push through that? Because now the platform that you're setting is for that Kimani, you
Yes.
know, who's now younger, who could be anyone else in the
Yes.
industry who's just starting out.
Yeah, I've always known, again, I'm so good at what I do, and so there's just a place where I felt, and this is a conversation that I have spoken about over and over again, I felt that organizations or like just the people in the industry that were looking for poets, I felt like they were looking for specific poets. And they had these particular poets in their forums over and over and over again. And I was like, why are they not seeing me?
Yeah.
And as a person, I felt like I'm those people when you kujituma is constant for me. I have put myself out there, and so I was wondering what exactly, like what's the gap? What am I not doing right, you know? And yeah, that's why I really created it for me as like the younger Kemani. And also, like, just to give you another small story, in 2022, now when I made poetry like my full-time career, we also lost Poetry Slam Queen in the same year. And I remember just having a conversation with Spontaneous, and we were like, do we really have a community that we can always go back to when we are not stars, like when we are not on stage? Yeah, so that's another reason that Female Poets Kenya was born.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think makes poetry so powerful, even to be used as a tool for to make social change?
I feel like poetry, first things first, it's created with a lot of intentionality, a lot of soul. Like, we have entertainment aspect, yes, but I feel poetry is more of, we want to provoke, we want to ask the questions, and I feel like poets are really brave people, to be honest, because even in how the poetry is written, even in how it's presented, yeah, we are meant to, our poetry is meant, or poetry in large, it's meant to touch souls. It's not only performative. Yeah.
So Female Poets Kenya, when exactly did it begin? Which year?
2023.
Okay.
Yes.
So this will be its third year.
Yes.
Yeah, it's in its third year.
Yeah.
And just so far, what would you say you've been committed to addressing on there? Yeah.
Mental health is really important for us again. Because most of the times when people are building communities, I feel like communities, most of the times they are created so that people can be seen. But for us, we have also decided that, okay, after people have been seen, where do they go back to? You get it? So we want to really create a community where also wellness is a really important aspect of it. I feel like I have lost my thought of whatever track. What had you
I think you're
asked?
still on the same track. I was asking were you mainly committed to addressing, or what are you mainly committed to addressing as Female Founders Kenya?
All right. So mental health is like top of the list. That's really important for us. And also to break this culture of gatekeeping. Again, like for me, I created this for myself, for the younger me. Like, I really don't want to be in a space where people are gatekeeping. I want it to be easier. And also mentorship programs, that's also an important aspect for us. So when we started in 2023, we had poetry master classes that we were doing them online. And the good thing, they were being done by female poets who are skilled in different things, and for female poets as well. That was really beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah. You've mentioned something to do with gatekeeping.
Yeah.
So is this something that is actually big in the industry? Well, let's not look at the entire entertainment industry, just that bit of poetry. Is it something that is that big? And also, when it comes to poetry, is it male dominated?
Gatekeeping, I feel like gatekeeping happens everywhere, if I'm being honest. Gatekeeping happens everywhere. And the industry in general, even without just looking whether it's poetry, industries are mostly male dominated. If we are just speaking logically, most industries are male dominated. But the thing is, for poetry, first things first, it's not like a big industry, you get it? It's a small industry, and yes, gatekeeping does happen. When I was telling you, maybe it was a feeling that I had, but I also felt like it was really there. The fact that it was a little bit hard for me to reach the established poets. Like, I don't want that for the female poets that are coming up.
Yeah. All right. So I want us to get back to the point where you mentioned one thing you're committed to addressing as Female Poets Kenya is mental wellness.
Yes.
You know, and I know you have art therapy programs.
Yes.
How do those look like? Let us in on that. When you talk about an art therapy program, how does that look like?
So they're more of art therapy sessions. We make them fun. First things first, we are girls, you know. So we make our art therapy sessions a little bit fun. Last year we had one that was called Love Letters Edition. So we use simple tactics. Like for Love Letters Edition, it was more of like just write a letter to like your current self, your past, your future, to just see the things. And you know the thing about like also writing, it helps you pour out. So we really use simple tactics in art therapy, even doing picnics, sharing a meal together. Yeah, more of things that are simple and really not, yeah, simple things.
Yeah,
and
fun
cute,
things and
cute.
cute.
Yeah.
Clock that.
Yeah, clock it.
So how impactful has it been this far? Just from your
Oh.
point of view.
Yes.
Yeah.
I remember there is one that we heard that it was more of a collaboration with another female poet who also has an organization called One Hour Kike. Her name is Bint Aisha. We held a program called Unshackled, and women are more comfortable in women's spaces, especially when it comes to sharing stories or things that they are struggling with.
Yeah.
So I would say it has created, we've had like spaces that are safe for people to come and share their stories, and I feel that's a really important aspect in the industry at large, but more important in the female space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And still on that, when you talk about a safe space,
Yeah.
what does that look like, in the poetry community? Yeah.
I was really avoiding to use the word safe space because I know like it really spikes a lot of conversations,
Yeah.
but then again, I feel more of a space where people can come and have conversations without being judged, Say, I'm a star, yes, but I'm struggling with this particular thing. So for me, it's more of a space that you can come and speak of things that are disturbing you as a person, but again, now beyond the stage, beyond the stardom, because, yeah, people are going through things behind like behind the, whatever, behind the makeup, the glow, the everything. So yeah, more of a space where people can be able to have these conversations without fear of judgment.
Yeah, so it's a space whereby it's you, the stars. Let me call you stars.
Yes.
You as the stars get to come together now, away from the limelight,
Yes.
away from the stage, as you're mentioning, where you
Yes.
can just be in your own space as Kimani,
Yeah.
as Wangoi Kimani, not
Yeah.
as, the stage performer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you just air out your issues amongst yourselves.
Yeah, because sometimes you see, like, either as an artist, we might have, not even we might have, in one way or another, in the whole world, our problems are interconnected in one way or another. And also, like, being in a space where you're seeing someone who has been on stage, is a star, and also has a problem that could relate to yours, or maybe it doesn't have to relate to yours. I feel like that's comforting. Yeah. Unaona you're not the, I can also speak in Swahili.
Yeah, sure.
Unaona si wewe pekee you're going through this mashidas. Yes.
No, yani, you realize that there's nothing really new under the sun. You're not the
Yeah.
only one who's passing through this. There's someone else who's passing through it
Yeah.
at the same time.
Yeah.
There's someone else who has passed through it before, and there's someone else who will pass through it maybe in the near future.
Yes.
Yeah, and I think that makes it better sometimes,
It
because
does.
you realize, okay, it's
Yeah.
not a me problem. It's not a me issue. It's
Yeah.
an issue that everyone else gets
Yeah.
to encounter.
And you see, when we say ati experience is the best teacher, sometimes I'm like, you really don't have to experience. You don't have to experience that. You could just be in a space where you see someone has gone through the same problem, and you really don't have to go through the same problem because you have seen, uyu amepitia, so I really don't have to go through that. Yeah.
All right, so how many ladies are in Female Poets Kenya so far?
Oh, so far we're 95.
Okay.
Yeah, but we are yet to, so this is a monitoring and evaluation that we did in 2023, but we are really looking forward to see like how many we are at the moment as we are forging forward to our launch.
Okay.
Yes.
You're forging forward to your launch?
Yes.
You haven't done the launch yet?
Yes.
Okay, tell me
Yes.
more about that.
The launch is actually happening on Friday. We are inviting you and you that is watching us. Yeah, it's happening on Friday. So from the 6 counties that we have different female poets, they will be coming to Nairobi on Friday,
Okay.
so that we can cut cake together
Yeah.
and cut the ribbon together.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
And so is this, you have 95 poets in it at the moment.
At the
So are you
moment.
looking to have more? And if someone would want to join, is there a way they can join you?
Of course, we are looking to have more. The community is open, and the thing is, the community will definitely keep growing. And if someone is looking forward to be part of this beautiful community, they can join us by just go on Instagram. We have an Instagram page called Female Poets Kenya.
Yeah.
So just DM us there.
Okay.
And we got you.
All right.